Well, good morning. Good morning. It is Wednesday, February the 19th, and we are here for our pre-market preps. Let me get my microphone in place. I always push it away when I'm not recording. So then when I do record, I have to remember to turn it back. But it's the morning. It's Wednesday morning, and we're up and running. Let's see what the market has for us today. We got a few pieces of data that are going to probably provide some volatility. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's get into it. First of all, I want you to look at the foolishness that was yesterday. This was yesterday. All right. We were going on about our way, having a good old day. I felt like the bottom was 6,100 was probably going to be good support. So I got me put credit spread underneath here. I think I went down to 60.95. Pulled me a few good dollars, $35, $40. I think it might have been $40 a piece. Might have been 45 off of there, the put credit spread side. No problem. I looked back at here, saw all this stuff from the day and was like, oh yeah, we're at 60.25, highest we're going to go, yada, yada. So over here, right over here where my mouse is, I was like, okay, we'll go with 60.20, 60.25. Looks like we got some good support there. All these, I was looking at VWAP, looking at all the things, okay? Only to find out that, y'all see this last candle? This is the foolishness. This is what I call manipulation, because that's exactly what it is. All day, we've just kind of chilled out, looked like we wanted to go a little lower, but these little wicks gave you an indication maybe a little bit more higher what's going to go up. But this right here, this candle here that went from a low of 61.11 all the way up to a high of 61.29, 18 points in a candle in 15 minutes. This is a 15-minute candle, by the way. 18 points in a 15-minute candle. This is bananas. Straight up banana. So of course my call credit spread got blown right on through. I was able to close it a little bit early and save some of the money, but my goodness, this is good old SPX. Good old SPX. But this was what happened yesterday. So this goes with the territory, but it's always great to have a plan that says, what am I going to do when I get in? What am I going to do when it comes time to get out? Do I have a get out plan? All right. You got to keep your day trade in the clip. We really like to keep to make sure that we can let these expire worthless. But every now and then you need to pull the trigger on a stop loss on a day trade and say, I'm out, deuces, yada, yada. So that's what happened yesterday. So frustrating it is, but it's the way the way the cookie crumbles. We're not a fan. Just got to have a stop loss plan in place. And we really do try to do that. One of the things we have as our setup is that if your short leg gets breached within the last 10 minutes, then you close it. And sometimes it's difficult to do that because you're looking and you're expecting you're expecting it to come back down, but we got to pull the trigger. Oh my goodness. Anyway, today the VIX is at 1545. That's where the VIX is currently at this morning. Investors aren't only buying U.S. stocks anymore. Confidence in U.S. exceptionalism is waning as the rest of the world outperforms its stocks. Trump plans 25% auto tariffs, new duties on chips and pharma. Nikola, they filed bankruptcy. Basically, they filed bankrupt, punctuating EV makers' wild ride. New weight loss drug challenge, Eli Lilly, Novo on muscle loss. This is a no bueno. Lilly still shows it's up 1.5%, but you know what? That muscle loss, that's something that has been talked about even before now. We're not talking about weight loss drugs on this show, just mentioning what's in the headlines because I can go down the rabbit hole and I won't. Etsy misses holiday quarter sales estimates and the shares fall. Oh, Etsy, don't do that. I have an Etsy shop, by the way. In case you want to know my link, I will put it into the comments and the description. Musk X in talks to raise money at a $44 billion valuation. Russian wealth fund sees U.S. companies returning in 2025. I think there was an airplane crash again yesterday. Delta airline ended up somewhere in, I want to say Canada, upside down or something like that. This is a no bueno on the airlines. It's like where every time we look up, somebody is having a crash. I didn't hear that there was casualties in this case though, which would be good that people were fine, right? Nicola, anything else there? Southwest Airlines Transformation Chief Ryan Green is going to step down. Stock futures stall with auto tariffs, Fed minutes in focus. Yes. Let's go see what is on CNBC. Embattled EV maker Nikola files for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. Ukraine is not for sale, according to this guy. Trump suggests the tariffs. All right, let's go look at the pre-market. Dow futures, S&P futures, NASDAQ futures, all red. Stock futures are little changed after S&P 500 clinches a record high. Yeah, that record high, 61.29, pushed us yesterday right into the record high. I get so frustrated with the manipulation of it all. Come on. Oil and 10-year bonds are green. Asia, we got red all the way across the board except for Shanghai, which is 0.81% green. Asia Pacific markets trade mixed as Trump proposes tariffs on autos, semiconductors, and pharma goods. Right, let's look at Europe. All red across there. Ooh, big red, not just a little bitty red. Europe stocks fall as earnings disappoint. Philips down 11%. What if that's ConocoPhillips? ConocoPhillips? Sounds right. Let's see what's on crypto. Crypto is all green over there. Bitcoin up 2.5%. Ether up 3.4%. Solana up 4.6%. Dogecoin up 3.33%. And XRP up 4.27%. All right. Let's see what's on the list for today. As far as meetings and minutes, yes, 8:30 we got building permits and housing starts. That's a yellow folder compared to the 2 o'clock FOMC meeting minutes. Definitely wait to enter what you're going to enter till after what happens with this meeting, right? If you're doing 0 DTE, you either get something this morning and then back off it, or just wait till later and go with that. At 5 o'clock, FOMC member Jefferson is going to speak. Tomorrow morning before market open, we have unemployment claims at 8:30. That's going to be there. Philly Fed manufacturing index, both at 8:30 in the morning. That's the only red folder. And then Friday, we've got flash manufacturing PMI at 9:45. Investing.com usually tells us some similar stuff that the Forex calendar tells us. But 7 o'clock, we had some NBA stuff, one star. Building permits at 8:30. Those are showing as 2 stars. And at 2 o'clock, of course, FOMC meeting minutes. 20-year bond auction is at 1 o'clock. That's something that wasn't listed over on Forex calendar, but the 20-year bond auction does seem to have a little bit. See, we got 2 stars here, a little bit of volatility associated with that. All right, let's move on to see who had earnings. Who had earnings this morning? What's this, Wednesday, right? Etsy had it this morning. Solar Edge, Garmin, Wix, Fiverr. They all had Analog Digital, Wingstop. They all had earnings this morning. And this afternoon, when market closes, we've got Carvana, Toast, Innovix, Cheesecake Factory. Ooh, some Cheesecake Factory, pineapple upside down cheesecake. Ooh, it is one of the best. It's one of the best. Exact Scientist Valley, which I think is energy or oil, is there. Tomorrow morning, we got Alibaba, Walmart, Unity, Wayfair, Kamiko, Baxter, Nice, Jumia, The Shake Shack, and Chenier. And then tomorrow afternoon, we've got Rivian and Mercado Libre. Square or Block is also tomorrow after, and Texas Roadhouse tomorrow after as well. All right, let's see what Adam had to say this morning. Adam Mancini, we find him on Twitter. He is a level-to-level ES trader. 6,100 remains an ATM machine. 6,100, where it dipped to yesterday and turned right back around in SPX. Yesterday's plan was clear. 6096 to 6,100 had to hold, and it did, which kept 6118, 6134 in play. 6129 is where it closed. So frustrating. Anyway, it held exact and we ran to 6137. Hold your runners. Plan is no change. 6134 to 6109 is a complex flag. 6109 must hold and recover 6118 in order to see 6125 and 6134. If 6109 fails, then you dip to 6096 and 6089. The gap between ES and SPX is still 20 points. If you're trading XSP, you've got 614 on the call credit spread side and 608 on the put credit spread side. All right, we've got our trades list for the week. I'm actually going to do a video today on IWM. I want to show how do we enter IWM exit, how do we determine whether these are still good strikes, all those good things. But IWM is one we've been rinsing and repeating for a minute. JP Morgan, another one. Chevron is here. Microsoft on the call credit spread side. It's got a little bit of bearish action. If you're looking for moderate risk, we've got AVGO. Down here, I actually looked at AVGO yesterday. I would pick a little bit lower strike. It had a little dip yesterday morning. Google, it might have recovered by the afternoon. I didn't look later. Google is on both sides because it showed as neutral on the 50 period moving average. So it's on the call credit spread and the put credit spread side. That's what this star means when it's on both lists. It means that it's neutral and can be traded on either side or both sides if you like. It can be traded either way. Yes, yes, yes. All right, that's our list for the week. Still looking at which trades we want to enter. We're already in Apple, Google, and IWM. Apple, Google, and IWM. I was in IWM. I closed it yesterday. I will look to enter again today for still this week. You know, IWM is providing some opportunities and we're going to take it. Yes, we are. Okay, moving on. I recorded a video. It's live on my channel, selling puts and covered calls in Robinhood. Go over there, take a check that out. Right, selling puts and covered calls in Robinhood on my YouTube channel. I got another one I'm gonna put up today for credit spreads, how to do credit spreads. That's why I'm doing that IWM video. I've got another one I need to record because I said I was following it up with the credit spreads video. Option seller membership. What we do here, we learn, trade, and profit the seller's way. Just like people who are buying options, somebody has to be the seller. We're on the seller side. I'm a seller's coach, and this is what we do. Supportive community for trading, profitable strategies for less screen time, daily profits to grow your account, training and support. That's what we need, training and support. It's $97 a month, but if you just want to pay for the year, we've got annual membership of $9.97. It's running as a special for this month regularly. $11.64 if you pay by the month. All right, $9.97. The SPX playbook is a strategy that we're using every afternoon. Yesterday's strategy worked out fine. That crazy last candle, that's something you can't anticipate. That's something that shows up at the last minute. You do all the stuff you need to do, and then the market will run like wild in the last 15 minutes, literally, which is why we have to have a plan for exiting. You have to have an exit or a stop loss plan. SPXplaybook.com is $27 for that resource. It's a playbook. We have the option seller bundle, which includes all of the things that I teach and coach: cash secure puts, covered calls, options 411 if you're just a newbie. If you want a short sale, you want to do SPX or just learn credit spreads, all of those things are here in this bundle. You can grab it over at educatortotrader.com. And then we got the calendar, the Candlestick Mastery resource, more than a calendar, to be honest. Monthly keys to market moves. This bullish engulfing has come through more times than not. When it engulfs going bullish or bearish, listen, it's letting you know we turning around like a cruise ship turning around. You can grab that over at my Etsy shop that I mentioned. I'll make sure that's in the description and in the comments. If you're looking for the free, which some people are looking for the free, let's see how we can get exposed to Educator to Trader without spending any money. Of course, you can check the YouTube channel, but e2t-freebies.com is where I've got free resources that you can download, immediate download over there. All right, let's go ahead and wrap it up. I declare I'm a great trader, a successful trader, and a focused trader. I declare my wins exceed my losses and my accounts growing steadily. I am a wise and knowledgeable trader. I have a strategy that I use for my trades. I don't randomly place trades. I'm a level-headed trader who trades my plan and not my emotions. And I just realized that I needed to swing back. Got to swing back to the indices for the morning. Make sure we check out what is in the indices. What are we doing over here? Let me see if I can get extended trading hours. Yep, we see. So SPY, this is what we're looking at right here. SPY also had this massive move at the end of the day. Anyway, It dipped a little bit, ran up some more up to 6, and then has now pulled back a bit, almost to the starting place of where this foolishness happened. But this is going to be a gap down at this point. We're about 45 minutes away from market opening, so we'll see what else happens. But we're at 610, and the market closed, or SPY closed yesterday at 610.07, looks like. No, that's where it is right now. It closed yesterday at 611.35. So we're about $1 below that. Look for maybe a little bit of a gap down this morning. Let's go look at triple Q. See what triple Q has. Similar last end of day. I really want to know what was the catalyst for that end of day push like that. Anyway, it closed yesterday at 539.32, and now we're currently at 538.41. So about $1 less than the close yesterday on triple Q as well. And then let's check out IWM. It had a much bigger gap down from yesterday's close. It closed yesterday at 227 and some change, and now we're at 225.69. So a couple of dollars below where we close. In the pre-market, we've got a little bit of a drop here. So maybe a gap down on IWM, okay? So listen, we trade what we see. As sellers, we don't have to jump in right away. We can take our time and give it a little bit of a look-see and decide along the way. We've got trades on. Preferably, they'll be ready. More of them will be ready to close today. I closed IWM yesterday, but I still have Google and Apple. We'll see. Let's go look at what Apple's got going. Now that I'm mentioning it, let's see what Apple has going for the morning. It closed, big push there at the end as well. It closed yesterday at 244, and it's currently, let me get the right numbers, all the numbers, because it's still at 244. 244.45 is where it closed yesterday, and it's currently at 244.04. So it's kind of holding steady as far as that goes. And Google closed yesterday at 183.76, and it's currently at 184.17, bumping right up into that 100 period moving average on the 15-minute time frame. I believe that's the 200. I'm pretty sure. Nope, that's not the 200. It's the 50 period moving average is what that is. The blue is the 50. Okay. Alrighty, now that I've done that, I can swing back around to the close. Alrighty, final trader's prayer. Lord, it's you who gives us the power to get wealth. Deuteronomy 8:18. Help us today to trade our strategy with wisdom and knowledge. Allow us to prosper enough to have what we need and enough to bless others. In Jesus' name, amen, amen. Alrighty, so I have done as I was commanded. Yes, I've covered all the stuff, our pre-market stuff. And we're going to have a great green day, which is what we're going to do. Either way, we do know that trading the market comes with its own level of risk. We trade it the best we can. We put all the strategies in place that we can without overdoing it, because you can have so much stuff sometimes that you overthink it and you actually do nothing. That's not what we want either. We want to have enough courage and confidence to push the buttons when we're ready. If you need to use your sim or use your paper trading account, by all means, we suggest you do so. But at some point, you want to jump out and get live. Sim money is great, but we want live money. We want live money, because you can't spend sim money. You cannot spend it. All righty, everybody. I want you to do 3 things today. I want you to stay green. I want you to get this money, and I want you to have a great green day. I will see you in the market and my community. I'll see you in the Telegram. All right. Goodbye, everyone. Bye-bye.